Solving the final question of the 2021 Junior Mathematics Olympiad first round. The question goes like this. A palindrome is a word that can be read the same way in either direction, such as Ojo. So, for example, ABA is a palindrome because if you read from the left hand side to the right hand side, it reads ABA, and from the right hand side to the left hand, it reads ABA. A word like OOCOO, right? From the left hand side to the right hand side is OOCOO. From the right hand side to the left hand side is OOCOO. So these are examples of palindromes. So yeah, they're asking us how many 9-letter palindromes, not necessarily meaningful, can be formed using the letters A to Z. Right. So what they mean as not necessarily meaningful is that the palindrome that we form mustn't be an English word or a word in some language, right? It should just be we'll consider a word a palindrome if it reads the same from left to right and right to left, regardless of whether it makes sense in English or any other language, right? So yeah, we're asked to find how many 9-letter palindromes that can be formed using the letters A to Z. Okay, so since we're trying to form a 9-letter palindrome, I'll just draw 9 spaces here. So this will be the first letter will be here, the second will be here, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth. So we're supposed to fill this 9 spaces here with letters A to Z such that the word that will be formed will be a palindrome. Okay, so let's say that I want to fill in this first space here. So let's say I want to fill in this space here. Notice that we have 26 options to choose from. So we can choose to have either A or B or C or D or any letter at all from A to Z here, right? So we're going to have 26 options for this first letter of the palindrome. But then as we now if we choose one of the 26 letters of the alphabet to be the first letter of this word, that word will automatically also be the last letter of the word, right? Since it's a palindrome. So for example, if we choose O to be the first letter, we know that O will also be the last letter if we want this to be a palindrome. So once we pick the letter that we'll have here, the one that we'll have in this last space will automatically be fixed, right? So we don't need to make a decision for that later on. And they didn't say that the letters were to pick, what to use should be different, right? So we can pick another letter again from the 26 letters of the alphabet to be placed here. And once we choose what this second letter will be, that letter will automatically also be the letter that will be in the second to the last position, since the word is meant to read the same from left to right and from right to left. So we'll have 26 options for that second one. And then for this third one, we also have 26 options for this, since we can pick any letter, and this one here will automatically be fixed. And for this we have 26 options still, and the one here will be fixed, and for this letter we'll also have another 26 options. Okay, so now at this point we're no longer free to make a decision on what the letter here will be, because since this word is meant to be a palindrome, the letter here has to be the same as the letter here. So in a sense, we only have one option for what this letter here can be, and that has to be the letter that we have on this spot here. In a similar vein, the letter we have in this third spot here should be the same letter that we have here, right? So we're not really free to choose what letter we'll put in this third to last space here. So we have just one option here. And a similar thing happens for the second and the first letter. So these two here have to be the same. So we're not free to choose a different letter for this second to last one here. So we have only one option for this, which is just the value on the second space. And also for the first and last, we don't really have an option for what you can put in this last space, because whatever we have in this first space has to be in this last one. So we for this last letter here. So we have 26 options for the first, 26 for second, 26 for the third, fourth, and fifth, right? And then one option for the rest of them. What this means is that we're going to be able to form 26 times 26 times 26 times 26 times 26 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 palindromes using the letters A to Z, right? So we can have this many 9-letter palindromes. And then all these ones will multiply each other and we'll just have one, right? So it doesn't really change the product. And we have 26 multiplying itself 5 times here. So this value will be 26 raised to the power 5. So there'll be 26 raised to the power 5, 9-letter. So there are 26 raised to the power 5, 9-letter palindromes that can be formed using the letters A to Z. So that's how to go about solving this question. And option B is the correct answer here.